Hey, how you doing? This is Chris Charisma, Christ Bearer. Uh, there's really not much news today. It's pretty much been stagnant. I mean, the only thing I really picked up today was news news from Yahoo, and it's kind of what I wanted to get into. I mean, I was at work today, and I've noticed a lot of interest uh, going into a couple things. I mean, I brought it up. I mean, like I said, I just started this stuff, and I've been myself and a couple friends of mine. I mean, I have somebody that helps me with the spiritual aspect, and well, both of them actually help me with the spiritual aspect. But they rather opened my eyes, and one thing led to another, and it was just pretty much dominoes to like where we just you feel enlightened. I mean, if you actually dive into some of this stuff that I'm going to tell you, I mean, you subscribe, and we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. It's going to seriously, it's going to really enlighten you. I'm not going to give you knowledge, okay? I do not like knowledge, all right? I'm going to give you wisdom. Knowledge is power, okay? I'm going to admit that. Knowledge is power. But what else had the knowledge? What did Eve take? She took the apple from the tree of what? Knowledge. God said, do not touch this. It was forbidden. God is the truth, okay? That's all I'm going to say. I am the Christ bearer. My name is Christopher, so that in return religiously is the Christ bearer. That's why I call myself the Christ bearer. But anyways, I'm going to talk because there's not much news and I can't really relate much to it. But like I said, everything goes together. So let's just start with Yahoo, what they have to say, because this is a big subject. I live close to Walpop, and as a lot of people know, good old Armstrong. You know, the Armstrong that get not Lance, not that guy. No, one of the most Armstrongs well known. You know, the guy that first put his footprint on the moon, the first guy that walked on the moon. Okay, I told you we was going to get to this. I told you. Well, guess what? We're getting to it. All right. Well, anyways, the only thing I seen today was from Yahoo News, and they said this is from NASA because reporters go to NASA, and I don't have all the, I can't travel all that much. I gotta go to work. But anyways, NASA says that they have a RS-25 rocket. All right. Now this is my thing. A rocket. A rocket is shaped like a missile. Okay? Missiles we use to explode stuff. We use for war. So why the hell are we going to strap a missile or ride a missile, like Wile E. Coyote? Why the hell are you going to strap some TNT to yourself? Okay? It's idiotic. I mean, since the 50s, we've been fascinated with UFOs. But every time that there's pictures of UFOs, are they in the shape of a rocket? No, flying saucer, discs, spheres. Let me tell you what, a movie that really inspired, well, not inspired, but a movie that I really, really liked was Flight of the Navigator. Man, that was a badass movie. I'm telling you what, even that was not in the shape of a missile. Okay, it was something like this right here, but real shiny. It was a groovy ass movie. But anyways, well, I mean, if you like Sarah Jessica Parker, she's in that. But anyways, back to Yahoo, because hey, Yahoo is one of the top leaders on the top 10 list of media outlets to go check out. So my first question was to this RS-25 rocket is, why the hell? I mean, it's been since the 50s. 2017. We haven't advanced any since then, and we're still strapping up to rockets? Rockets, man. Come on. Anyways, If you go on Yahoo News and you type in, the RS-25 rocket or whatever NASA wants to launch something, just type in NASA RS-25 rocket. Type that in. You'll probably come up to something, little search, and you'll see a picture of like this rocket blowing up, coming up. But look underneath that. It doesn't say picture of. It says illustration of. You do know what an illustration is, right? Like I said, here. Like I said, I'm not going to brag. Alright, well maybe a little bit. I mean, I critique, I'm an artist. My artwork isn't the greatest, but it's not the worst. But let me show you something. That, I showed you before. This, I showed you before. Here, let me see if I can find my damn book. This right here, animation and illustration. They're pretty much the same thing. So when you see a picture and you see, look and see what it is. See if it's an illustration. See if it's an actual picture. But anyways, they had this little picture, and underneath this picture, it said it is an illustration. Okay, so we're going to use our mind for this illustration. Okay, well anyways, the rocket is designed to rival the Saturn V rockets on Apollo's missions to the moon. Okay, alright. They plan on sending astronauts to the moon by 2021. Wait a minute, what? Send astronauts to the moon by 2021. I thought we did that during the late 60s, early 70s. And it's taken us, what, 40, damn near 50 years to want to do it again? Ask yourself that. Does that make sense? I told you, I wanted you to use your critical thought. Think about that for a minute. If we blasted people in 66, 67, and all the way up to 72 to the moon, hey, a space race. Mind you, a space race with America, China, Russia, China. If we blasted ourselves up there in late 60s, early 70s, why are they going to tell us on this? Why is this reporter going to go there and talk to a NASA representative, and the NASA representative say, hey, we plan on putting people up there on the moon by 2021? We was already on the moon, wasn't we? See, that's something to keep in thought. That's something to think about. More than 10 adult elephants to orbit around Earth. That's what this rocket's going to do. That's what they plan on doing with this rocket. Launch it up and orbit the Earth. Alright. Now, seeing how I told you I was going to talk about it, and seeing how this is the news for today. Oh, today's date is the 15th of March, by the way. 2017. 2017. So we have a whole another dang near 10 years. Oh, maybe not. My fault. My fault. But I mean, come on now, man. We got, what, 5 years? 5 years still until we can put people on the moon. Alright, so now, let's dive into some deep stuff, okay? I'm telling you, this stuff ain't cool. This is straight up, I'm not going to say lies, this is deceit. This is beyond lies. This is controlling, very much so. I told you on the last ones, I mean, if you subscribe, you're going to get all this stuff. So go back and check my other ones. View it, subscribe to it, like it, come on. Dislike it, whatever. Send a comment. I told you from the intros, my first ones. I want to hear you. I want to hear you, okay? I want to have a talk, not an argument. I'll do it like Congress terms. We'll have a debate. But no, seriously, I want to talk about this. I want to hear your feedback. I'm giving you mine. So, anyways, I'm not going to give you the proof because I don't have the computers and all that. What I am going to do is have you think and question. I'm going to send you to the places that have the proof. Okay? I'm just stuck with this phone. And all I got is my Bible. I got this. I got my book of Enoch. I got my art stuff. I got stuff to actually look up and see. Research. Gain your knowledge. Once you're done with school, doesn't mean you got to stop your knowledge. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody's down for buying stuff and checking out sports and all that. Yeah. Do you know why that was? In Rome, they made the Colosseum to just appease the people, to get their minds off what was going on. Mind off the barbarians. My fault. Stuttered there a little bit. Get their mind off the Bavarian. Get their minds off the barbarians and all the wars, all the conflicts that were going on. They wanted to subdue the people with all these Colosseum, blood, everything. I mean, you can watch the movie Gladiator, and they even clearly state that in that damn movie. But alright, let's get to, let's get to some good stuff. Alright, you want to know about the moon. Well, let me tell you what. In order to talk about the moon, and this is going out to my boy, because my main friend, I don't see him much anymore, but I started talking a little bit of stuff with him, and he just opened my mind up to this. And you know what? I'm just down a rabbit hole. I'm taking the pills. Now seriously, movies tell you some truth. I mean, the devil, if you a bad dude, if you like, I'm jacked, you're going to gloat about that stuff. You're going to tell the dude, hey, man, I'm going to bust you up by chopping your throat or something. You know, you're going to broadcast what you're going to do because you know he ain't going to do nothing. He's not going to be able to because you too badass. So this is what I'm saying. The movies are perfect to gloat and boast. You just got to find out where the truth lies. I'm telling you. There was a movie called Goodnight Kiss. It had, I think it had Samuel L. Jackson in it even. Did you know they predicted 9/11 up in that? Did you know that in Living Color, Fire Marshal Bill, come on man, who doesn't love Fire Marshal Bill? Fire Marshal Bill even talked about going into the Twin Towers, fiery inferno, falling down. I'm telling you, look it up. Just Google Fire Marshal Bill and watch all his stuff. Okay, watch. You're at least gonna get a laugh. I mean, come on, man. It's Jim Carrey back in his good days. I mean, don't get me, he's still got good days, but watch them all, and you will see the hidden messages. I mean, it is dead accurate. You even got Transformers about the fallen angels. I'm telling you, everything's a circle. Anyways, in order to talk about the moon, we got to talk about the earth. Now, I've noticed this too, even on Yahoo today, March 14th. Yahoo picked at Kyrie Irving, okay? I like Kyrie Irving. That dude's speaking up. The guy that wrote the article for Yahoo was picking on Kyrie Irving and saying, oh man, how can you ever think that, oh, it's a flat earth, oh, like mocking it up. The thing is, with Kyrie Irving, the dude probably uses critical thinking. The dude probably looks and sees. While the dude on, writing all that stuff down for Yahoo is just submissive. Like, okay, boss, yeah, boss, okay. It goes with the damn crowd. You can't go with the crowd anymore. You really can't. You go with the crowd, you're going to get knocked off. Like, for real, man. Anyways, let's just dive into it. I mean, Kyrie's a badass dude. Now, you want to laugh at him? Well, tell you what. I'm going to ask you some questions. Some questions that I really want you to actually think about. and see if Kyrie Irving's as crazy as what he thinks, as crazy as what these other people think. Because he's not. I mean, everybody said JFK was assassinated by somebody else other than what's his nuts. I mean, I can't remember his name. He had 3 names. He was set up. Everybody said 9/11 was an inside job, and my fault. A few people said 9/11 was a set up job, and everybody thought it was crazy. Snowden even said, "Oh, the government spies on you," and everybody thought he was crazy. Guess what? Vault 7, showing that he wasn't crazy. CIA is actually spying on your ass. Even using Facebook for it. Your phones, TVs, all that. 9/11, think about it, man. How did the Twin Towers fell vertically, straight down? If you're going to hit something, it's going to fall with it. If I come in a direction this way, it's going to go the same direction. I mean, that's just momentum. I mean, I got my keys. I'm going to throw it. Whatever I hit is going to go that way. Punch. I'm going to go with it. Same with the plane. It's not going to go straight down. But you also got the Twin Towers 7 that went straight down. Nothing hit it. Nothing touched it. Then you got the Pentagon, who the day before was going to figure out why they were missing billions of dollars. The day before. And then all of a sudden it blows up that day. And they were saying, "Oh, there's a plane. They hit it." Where's the engine? Where's the rudders? Where's the passengers? Where's the plane? Everybody thinks it's a conspiracy theory because you can't explain it. Well, let me give you something. All right, this is my main thing that I'm going to tell you. This is what I'm going to ask you. Did I write on this one or did I write on the other one? Like I said, I still got to, I got to find everything. Everything's so scattered, it's ridiculous. Alright, but this is what I'm going to ask you. I would rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned. Think about that. I would rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned. That's like somebody telling you how it is and you can't question it at all. Like you are not an individual person. Alright, well anyways, let's go into this. In the Bible it straight up says, hey man, in Revelation, it's like, hey, there's going to be mass deception out there. Mass deception. But know that the stars in the sky, well not the sky, but the stars, the moon, will not be touched. Because only God can mess with that. That right there is a fact one. We never went to the moon. If we went to the moon, we was able to alter the moon, do something to the moon, put a footprint on the moon, do something to the moon. We can't get there. Now, I'm going to credit a lot of my stuff to a couple individuals. I mean, Odd TV, ODD TV. Check him out on YouTube. Alright? I mean, I don't subscribe to me and then go to him and subscribe to him too or something. Just share the love, please. Go to him. He's going to tell you how the earth is flat. Eric Dubay, however you say his last name. E-R-I-C is Eric Dubay, D-U-B-A-Y. Click him up, check him out on YouTube. Just for watch the first 10 minutes or whatever. Alright, another guy that I want you to check out who's going to blast your mind on the flat earth and blast your mind on the moon. Richie from Boston. R-I-C-H-I-E. Excuse me, I just got a name. From Boston. You know how to spell Boston. I am from, I'm pretty sure. Richie from Boston. Check him out on YouTube. He's got plenty of stuff that's going to show you the flat earth. He's got plenty, well, maybe not the flat earth, but he's going to show you stuff of how the earth is not a sphere. Okay? NASA even had a dude, I can't remember his name. He was like a colored fella. And he said, oh, well the earth is not a sphere. It's more oblongated. More of like a pear shape. a dude from NASA said, oh, well, it's a pear shape. Alright, I want you to check out him. Also, check out NASA, NASA, Space News and Beyond. Check that. Those are the ones I want you to check out on YouTube, alright? Check those out. Watch a couple of the videos. Now, let's go into this. For my own thing that none of these guys really asked, and I want you to ask. Go to NASA, NASA.com, and check out their pictures. Like, you know, do a little search by, hey, I want to see the pictures of Earth. And it's going to show you like 2001, 2, and it's going to do like a chronological kind of series. Check out 2002, and then check out 10 years later, 2012. Notice how America is like that big in 2002, and then 2012, it takes up 30% of the planet. But I thought these were from space. Okay, well, if that doesn't get you, if that still doesn't get you, they're taking these pictures. Okay? And this is something that you know, this is like a simple question I have. I mean, I'm going to ask you just a stupid question. Google Earth. Okay? I want you to Google Earth. Or go to NASA because that's the official, they're the official. Go there and they're going to show you the chronologicals of Earth. Now, it has black and then it shows the Earth. Here's my two questions. One, where's the stars? I'm right here and I can see the moon and I can see stars. I can if there's clouds, but if I'm on the moon or a satellite, it's not going to be foggy at all. I should be able to see the stars. Second question. If we've been going up there since the 60s, and China and Russia have done the same thing, at least, you know, doing some kind of space exploration, where, oh where, are all these millions and millions, or thousands at least, of satellites? They should be around the Earth, floating around the Earth. I mean, we've been blasting them since the 60s and we're still launching them up, right? Where's the space station at that we are, you know, I mean, we should be able to see it. If we look at NASA at the Earth pictures, where's the space station? My friend, he would tell me that, hey man, if you checked out some of the videos on you know, NASA and the space station and all that, you would see bubbles. I haven't really checked it out because I'm still baffled by the questions I'm asking. But I'm going to ask the question that he had for me. How do you explain the bubbles? Zero gravity. No gravity. You shouldn't even be seeing any bubbles because they're underwater, man. It's an illusion, an illustration, deception. Alright, so now those are my two questions. Alright, where's the stars at on all these pictures? And where's the satellites at? Those are my two questions. Ask yourself that. Seriously, ask yourself. If you're so quick to disprove me, so quick to disprove every flat earth theory and moon theory and all that stuff, where are the stars? Where are the satellites? I mean, hey, I live not that far, about 15 minutes away from Walpole, and that is where Armstrong has his space in what was it? Air and Space Museum. Now look, if I go into a hospital, I'm putting on a little vest. You know, it's about that thick. That thick. I don't want to get that. I don't want to get that radiation on me, man. I really don't. So why is it that when you go there, why is it that when you even look at these suits, they're like tin foil? You mean to tell me that, let's not talk about the Van Allen radiation belt. Let's not talk about that. Okay, we'll get to that. You mean to tell me these little tin foil spaceship suits that these guys are wearing that are thinner than the radiation vests that we put on to get X-rays. You mean to tell me that our X-rays, our radiation, is more powerful, has more radiation than the sun? The sun gives off energy. The sun helps plants grow. The sun, we live off that. Well then, if the radiation is more powerful and we have to protect ourselves with more protection, shouldn't it blast more energy then? Alright, well here's another one. Alright, so let's just do some of this stuff. We'll get to, yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's do the Earth aspect before we get to the moon. Because we already did the moon aspect, okay? Those are a couple questions I want you to keep in the back of your head. And we're gonna ask a couple more. But here's something else. Why I got so much stuff written down, I'm telling you what. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. We're cool on that one. I mean, I pretty much killed that page. But I still got these other pages. Alright. I even took these to work, and I had a lot of people just... I shut them up. But hey, not shut them up, but at least got them to think. That's all I want you to do, is just think. Don't, I mean... Alright, well here. NASA says, I'm getting a lot of this from Odd TV. I give him a lot of respect. I checked him out, and I got a lot of stuff. I mean, I asked my questions, so now I'm going to do from him. Alright, we are 238,000 miles away from the moon. That's what NASA says. Yeah, we can only go 1% of that. I mean, even with these new rockets, I mean, like... 2021, we're just going to be able to go around, you know, I mean, whatever. Alright. Why, when we went to the moon, yeah, I said I was going to talk about the Earth, but I'm still going to talk about the moon. They're all together, I'm telling you. When we went to the moon, why didn't we get some of the stuff there? Why didn't we get the soil samples? Why didn't we walk around? I mean, we just like in a small little area. I mean, we could stay there at least. We had to ship there. What were they called? Rovers or whatever? No, not the rovers. But anyways, that little capsule that came down, landed on the moon. We could have got in there, got some oxygen or whatever. We could have walked a little bit farther just to check stuff out. Maybe gather some intelligence. Maybe gather the resources. I mean, that's what we do. We explore to get the resources, to get the trade. I mean, that's been the dawn of man. Alright, now let's go to the Earth. Why is it that, alright, flat Earth, that straight up means a level plane. Level plane. Cultures, several cultures, added a T to that plane. So if you add a T, planet. Hey. Alright. Prior to the 1600s. Alright, and I'll tell you what. 1600s was, I'm telling you what, they call that the Age of Enlightenment. Oh no. No. That was the Age of Deception. That's when a lot of stuff took place. That's when the Templars, you know, that's when the Templars took a lot of stuff over. I mean, if you got the money, you control what people think. You control everything. But if you're free-minded, you can make a stand. All it takes is one person to make a stand to revolt to a leader, man. A leader. How do you think William Wallace did it? How do you think all these army movies and all that stuff, action movies and everything we watch? A leader. Now check this out. Alright. In the 1600s, a heliocentric model was proposed. Okay? 1600s. Age of deception. Now, all these cultures prior to that depicted a flat earth. Why? What would be the purpose of that? Odd TV said it perfectly. If you have a globe and all this universe and space, that means you, individually, are nothing. You're a speck. You're meaningless. You're garbage. You're a flake. And that's against everything what God tells you. God tells you that, hey, you are special. I made you in the image of me. We were beautiful. That's why Satan got jealous, man. Angels were supposed to be our servants. They were servants of God, but then they were going to be servants of us. That's pretty much what pissed Satan off. That's why he said, And that's why he came down. That's why he did all his deeds and straight up spitting in God's face. How does he do that? By desecrating us. By showing us misdeeds. By showing us unrighteousness. By giving us knowledge that we shouldn't be having. That was the true momentum of the sphere, of the globe, was to get us away from God. Like I told you, God is like a piece of bread. You take a little speck of that, little crumb by little crumb, you're not going to have a whole piece of bread no more. You're not going to know the truth. Alright, well anyways, you got that fact. Well, it's not a fact, but it's a theory. You put the globe there, I mean, we're meaningless. And that's pretty much why they pretty much did it. I mean, they're trying to focus on this. That was done by scientists. Scientists that were, a lot of them had a lot of roots with the Freemasons. The Freemasons were part of the Illuminati. The Illuminati was founded by Rothschild. Do you not see all this connection going on, man? Alright. All the pictures that I told you to go check out on NASA, they're Photoshopped, man. Flat out. I mean, 2002 to 2012, you can tell something is straight up warped. Because after 2002, it goes to like 13 or 14, and it goes back to the same size. But, okay, whatever. Anyways. Accidental bang bang. An accidental big bang. Like we were an accident. For real. Okay, yeah. Alright. The flat earth, the whole flat part, that's bringing you closer to God. There was a purpose he made that. Okay? There was a purpose for us. And that's the whole reason why. I'm not saying that it's completely flat. It could be some kind of different shape, but it is not a sphere. It could be like a little, not even a curve. Alright, I'm going to say it's flat. Okay? Just whatever. It is so not a sphere. It is so not a globe. They are indoctrinating us. Ever since we've been kids, I mean, that's why a little kid pops out and he globe. Focused on a globe. But here's the one thing. When you check out international companies, when you check out global companies, go on Yahoo or whatever, or Google, and you check out every international company, every global company, you're going to see the globe. Except for one. United Nations. Now, if it's United Nations, that's like the nations, that's like the whole world. Why wouldn't they specifically have a globe? That's baffling to me. Could it be that Rothschild funds it? Could it be that Rothschild, kind of incited the idea from the get-go? Alright. Well, anyways, That's something to think about. I'm asking you this stuff just to think about it. Please, just think. That's all I want you to do. Critical thinking. That's the key. Alright. Now, Odd TV straight up said, uh, the globe is just an instrument of control. You control the minds, you control the masses, you control what they do. Flat out. You got people that alright, let's just do the people that show. I mean, if you're willing to actually look and do the research your own self, check out Eric Dubay. I already told you about that. But there's also a couple books, and that's what Odd TV showed everybody was Zetetic Astronomy, Kings Dethroned, Flat Earth Conspiracy, 200 Proofs that the Earth is not a spinning ball, Terra Forma, and Zetetic Cosmogony. That's a big word for me even. Cosmogony. Zetetic Cosmogony. Check those books out, okay? You can go to the library. Just take a gander at them. Alright. Now let's do this. Motion of Earth is about 1,040 miles an hour. It's spinning. Okay? We fly around the sun at 66,000 miles an hour. And the sun itself goes around a galaxy at 490,000 miles an hour. The galaxy itself spins over 40 million. Well, not 40, but over a million miles an hour. Alright, so if we're spinning and all that, why is it when I take a plane from Ohio and go to California, and California to Ohio, it's the same time? If it's spinning, shouldn't I be right here and then, like the Earth is coming this way, shouldn't I be getting a little bit quicker on one side, or, I mean, if it's spinning that fast, I mean, really, shouldn't I be getting there a little bit quicker? They're all the same. Why is it on one side of the world, on the other side of the world, planes that, go around and, that plane's flying to where this plane was at, and this plane is flying to where the other plane was at? Why are they both the same time if the world is spinning so fast? Alright. I want you to check out Aries Failure. Okay? Go check that out. I also want you to check out the Myco Simorli. Alright? These are both failure. These are both going to disprove the whole Earth moving. That's everything. My last thing is the physics of water. Can't be curved. Water wants to level itself out. Always. You tilt it and wants to level itself out. Tilt it some more and wants to level itself out. Whichever way you go, it wants to level itself out. Alright. I'm probably going to do another video. It's still early. I ain't got to go to bed yet. And I'm going to get into the moon. But, please subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot of these. I hope I intrigued you a little bit. I want you to I want you to think. Speak back to me. I want to hear what you got to say. Yeah. This is it's stuff for you to think, man. It's all about perspective. I'm an artist, and it's perspective. I can draw a couple lines, and it looks like a line. Well, a couple dots, and it looks like a line. But anyways, check out the people that I told you. I'll say them again. Eric Dubay. His name is how do you spell that name? D-U-B-A-Y. Yeah. Eric. Yeah, that's how you spell it. Eric Dubay. Check out Odd TV. Also, Oh, where's the other one? Mark Sargent. I don't know how you spell the last name of him, but check out Mark Sargent. And oh, where was the other paper at? Yeah, I was. Check out those names. You got on YouTube. You can check out Richie from Boston. Check him out, and then also check out NASA, Space News, and Beyond. Just give that stuff a look, okay? Now I'm gonna close this out. I'm Chris Charisma, the Christ Bearer. I'm trying to bring you closer. I'm trying to make it so you're not afraid. I'm trying to make it so you can critically think and not get out of this bubble. Just like the Matrix, I want you to unplug, okay? Just like Morpheus said, we normally don't do it to older people. We do it when they're younger because, hey, they are not submissive as much. They are not deluded as much. Be the Neo, man. Unplug yourself. Show that you can actually think for yourself and read past these lies. Alright, well anyways, deuce, God bless you and have a good night. I'll be back with another one, so subscribe.